and we have a nice day, so I thought I'd shoot a class outside. This one's going to be just a short class, about 30 minutes. So just make your way to the front of the mat. Just have your feet about shoulder width apart and spread out to either side. Just meeting this light Tadasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This next breath in through the nose, let's reach up. And with the breath out, let's interlace our palms and kind of just gently push them down, all the way down to heart center. Keeping them interlaced, take a deep breath in through the nose. And then reverse that into prayer, and then bring it on down. And once you hit chest, interlace those palms and push them down. And then just open the hands out back into Tadasana. From here, let's take a deep breath in, reach up, letting our palms meet, and the breath out. Let's swan dive down with the forward fold. Maybe let's take a few breaths here. So go from one side to the other. Just let your fingers trail the grass to the bottom of the mat. Even take a healthy bend in those knees. Just release any tension on the head, the neck, the lower back. Maybe shift the weight forward, back, and then meet at the center. Take a deep breath in, bring it up to a flat back. So bring your hands to your shins, and a breath out. Let's forward fold again. Giving those knees a deep bend. Let's plant our hands, step the feet back, the back of the mat, so you're in a plank here, and drop the knees down. And coming down into a baby, no, not a baby, just a child's pose here. So that you massage your head out on the mat. Swing the hips from right to left, just wiggling out that pose. From here, breathe some life into those palms and come into a tabletop position. And from here, let's just alternate with some cats and cows. So take a deep breath in. Hey, buddy. And actually, let's just slip into downward facing dog. That's all we can do with this guy now. Let's step to the front of the mat. Let's take a deep breath in to flat back, and a breath out into forward fold. Let's try that once more again. Take a deep breath in into flat back, and breath out, forward fold. Stepping the feet back, this time into plank. From here, we'll go into a downward facing dog. Maybe shifting the hips from right to left, really spreading out those fingers, just dropping your head and neck, and giving your knees a healthy bend. Maybe even pedal out the feet here. From here, take an even deeper bend, shift the weight forward, look forward, and you step the right foot to the front of the mat, dropping the left knee here. You can untuck those back toes. Why don't you bring your hands to your hips, giving a gentle tuck upwards with those hips, shifting that left hip forward, right hip back. If you'd like, you can bring your hands up towards the sky, really lifting from the chest here. And a breath out. Let's bring the hands either side of that right foot. Step the right foot back into downward facing dog. Shifting those hips out again, right to left. Breath in, lift that left leg high in the air. Bring that left leg in between your palms, dropping the right knee on the ground. Plant the right foot. Why don't we bring our hands up to the hips? So same thing as before, let's shift that right hip forward, left hip back a little bit. Help the pelvis upward. And reaching from the heart center, put your hands up towards the sky. If you'd like, you can look up towards your hands. But with the breath out, just make sure you drop those shoulders a little bit, taking any tension away from the neck. Breath in, and on that breath out, let's bring our hands on either side of that front foot, tuck the back toes, and step the back foot to the front of the mat. From here, why don't we take a deep breath into flat back, and breath out, forward fold. We take a little bit of a bend in the knees, interlace the hands on either elbows, and just rock from side to side, getting a bit looser here in the lower back, a bit looser in the neck. starting to relax. Find your breath in this posture. Next breath out, let your hands go. And gently come up, one vertebrae at a time. Let the neck last. Slower than you want. Let's just meet in mountain pose here. Let's just bring a bit more stillness into this class. So we're just going to ready for dancers here. So lift the left hand up. Scoop that right hand into your right palm. So with this dancer's pose, you just want to really spread out all those toes in the left foot. So you can even lift those toes up and really root them into the earth. Without kind of going too deeply into it, just notice if you can drop that right knee. Try to keep your hips square. And without dropping your hips down and your torso down, see if you can just start to gently lift that right leg. So you're going to feel a nice stretch in the quadriceps, a bit in the hips, and a bit in the lower back. Still breathing here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Your next breath out. Gently let that right foot go. Return back to mountain pose. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Lift that right hand into the air. Lifting the left foot into the left palm. Just rooting down on that right foot. Just trying to extend out a little further in that right hand. Then drop it, that shoulder back down into the socket. Here, you can start to shift the hips forward just a little bit. Maybe extend upwards with that back leg. Maybe it's a millimeter, maybe it's a foot, whatever works for you. I'm going to hold it for 3 or 4 more breaths here. Just find your drishti, your stillness, your focus, staring at that one fixed, unmoving point in front of you. Finding where your breath is here. 1 more gentle in. On that gentle out, let's let that go. Into Tadasana again. Take a deep breath in, up towards the palms. Breath out, forward fold. Breath in, flat back. And breath out, let the hands step the feet back. Let's go into that downward facing dog once again. Lift that right foot high up into the air. Step it on through, ready for warrior 1 on this right side here. So back foot, about 45 degrees. Some space in between the right and the left feet. Like a foot in between them if you were to step the left foot back up to the right. Get your hands on your hips here, see if you can tilt that pelvis upwards just a little bit. Really activating the psoas muscles there. And from here, reach up towards the sky. Relaxing the shoulder, really lifting out of the heart center. Even looking up towards the hands. And on a forward fold, your hands on either side of that right foot. Step that right foot back. And come into that downward facing dog once again. And you lift the left foot high up in the air and reach it on through. So ready for warrior 1 on that opposite side. So back foot 45 degrees, bringing your hips to center. Just making sure that right front knee tracks over the right middle toe. And from here, starting to lift out of the chest. Each breath in, see if you can sink a little bit deeper in the hips and reach a little bit higher out of the heart center. Your next breath in, why don't we reach up towards the sky. Hold this for 2 breaths. Next breath out, we bring those hands down, either side of that front foot, meeting in a plank posture. We hold this for about 5 breaths here. So if your wrists are giving you some trouble, you can always come down onto the forearm. If you want a bit more challenge, feel free to hang out here on the palms. Just notice if you're kind of sinking in the belly or really puffing that butt up. You just want to have a neutral spine here. So head and neck in line with the pelvis. Just squeezing into the tummy. And on the breath out, let's shoot those hips back to that downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, just to calm the body down. So here, let's lift that right foot high up into the air, and bring knee to nose. Let's step it on through. Ready for warrior two on this side. So you want heel to heel alignment, or heel to the arch of your foot. You kind of want to face your hips to that left side of the mat here. And like in that warrior one, you want to see if you can scoop up those the pelvis just a little bit, making sure that knee is tracking over the middle of your foot. Raise your hands up. I like to have the hands upwards. It's a little bit of a chest opener on this pose here. When we shift that weight forward, shift the weight back, and on a breath out, let's just meet in the middle, feeling what is 50-50 weight distribution for you. Maybe have a peek at that back arm, see if it's flung out one side or the other. Just look over that front palm here. Stay here for about 2 breaths. Just feeling your hips open up a little bit more, chest open a bit more. As you're looking over that front middle finger, just feel that nice light stretch on your neck. From here, when we drop the right hand, lift the left. You can look in front of you, look to the sky. Turn back to warrior two, and windmill the hands back down. Stepping that right foot back. You can even do a bit of a flow here, so meeting in that, the plank. And on a breath out, slowly come down. And breathe in for a baby cobra. And breath out, plant the hands from the knees or from the chest. Come back into downward facing dog. Lift your left foot high up in the air. Step to the front of the mat. That heel to heel to arch alignment. Roll up into that warrior two. You can even straighten that front knee a little bit, and then just drop a little bit deeper. Let's do that with each breath in. So breath in, straighten the front knee. Breath out, come into it a bit more. Breath in, straighten out that front knee. And breath out, come back down. Stay here. Maybe even bring the hands to the hips, just seeing where they are. Making sure they're still in line. That right side of the mat here. And have a peek at that left knee. See if it's tracked one way or the other. You just want it over the middle of your foot. Lift your hands up to either side of your 2 feet. From here, let's take a deep breath in. Lift the hands high up in the air. Straighten that front knee. Look to the palms. And drop it back down with a breath out. Breath in. Look up. And breath out. Drop it back down into warrior two. From here, let's drop that left arm. Lift the right. And look to the side of the mat. Or if you'd like, you can look to your palm. Hold it here for one more breath in. Breath out. Bring that back into warrior two. Breath in. And on your next breath out, let's windmill the hands back either side of that front foot. Step the left foot back. And we hold here for a plank for 2 breaths. One more breath here. And on that breath out, let's drop the knees. Let's shift the weight back into this child's pose. On your next breath, let's bring this into a tabletop. Hopefully we won't be disturbed for this one. The breath in, I want you to lift your chin, drop your belly. And a breath out, reverse that process. So dropping your head, lifting the belly as high as it can go. So breath in, drop the belly, lift the head. And breath out. Lift the belly, drop the head. We'll do a few more of these cats and cows on your own time. Even make this a bit 3D by dropping to one side or the other. Really like this one for the lower back stretch. Wherever you are, let's meet in neutral spine. Sit back onto the heels for a nice thunderbolt. So we're gonna do a bit of a longer stretch in this thunderbolt pose. So if on the back of your heels is a bit too much, you can always alternate sitting on the toes here. And so the video just kind of, so you could either go in that thunderbolt position from the toes or from the ankles, or you can just come to a comfortable seated position. I'm just going to do some gentle neck stretches here, just slowing down the class. And so I want you to just stand with a proud chest, sit with a proud chest, bring your shoulders back, and just bring that right, or the chin over to the right side. I want you to drop that chin down, just gently, and you should start to feel a bit of a stretch in the back of the neck, maybe on one side or the other. And just try to bring that left shoulder back if it's started to come forward. And with the breath in, why don't you start to drop that right knee, or right ear, and start to point your chin forward just a little bit. We're just going to stop here and take about 3 breaths in this pose. One more breath in and out. Here we're going to start to lift that chin a little bit more, dropping the ear a bit more. Just notice if you're bringing that left shoulder up a little bit. Just stop. Just take about 2 more breaths here. And that next breath out, start to bring that chin just a little bit higher. Stop. Just take a deep breath in, out. Just trying to relax in this pose. If it's any way uncomfortable, just come out of it a little bit. Maybe if it's in your practice to lift that chin a little bit higher, you can do that. 2 more breaths here. And on that next breath out, start to roll it back down. Why don't we even roll it from one side to the other side, just moving with breath. Breath out, right ear, right side. Just bring it back to neutral. Bring those shoulders back down. Bring the left ear towards the left side. Just drop that left chin. The breath in, start to drop that left ear, lifting the left chin just a little bit. Left chin, right chin. Oh boy. Still breathing here. One more breath in and a breath out. Just lift that chin a little bit higher, dropping the left ear a little bit more. Just stopping, just breathing. One more breath in and out. And that out breath, start to bring the chin a little bit more up. Left ear down a little bit. Just hold here for 2 more breaths. Next breath in, and then on that breath out, that chin a little bit higher. Pause for 2 more breaths. Next breath out, let's bring that chin all the way down, rolling it out a few more times. Just moving with breath. Breathe into one side, breathe out to the other side. From here, just come up into a neutral spine. So this next posture is another nice neck stretch we're going to do. From here, I just want you to root down and lift out with your right hand here. bringing your left shoulder as far down as it can go. Start to drop that left ear towards the left shoulder. Just notice if one of your shoulders starts to jump up, or maybe your posture starts to get a bit wiggly. Breath out, see if you can go a bit deeper. I'm just going to hold this for 3 more breaths. Next breath in and out. Come back to center. You give your shoulders a few of those rotations back, a few forward. Let's try the same thing on the opposite side. So reaching out with the left palm, dropping that right shoulder. With the breath out, gently dropping that right ear to the right shoulder. Still having an active left arm here. Maybe drop it a bit deeper. Really feeling that nice stretch on the left side of your neck. Let's hold this for about 3 more breaths. A gentle breath in and then out. In and out. Next breath in and then breath out. Just roll forward. And from here, you bring your knees together and interlace your hands underneath your legs, or even just hold the back of your thighs here, and just start to drop the head just gently and shift the weight back. It's a really nice stretch along the back of the neck. Just breathing here for a moment, maybe ever so slowly, shifting the weight from right to left. Breath in, and grabbing the back of your thighs, coming into a really proud chest here. Looking, okay, bye Leo. Looking to the sky, and then dropping your gaze. Let's swing this around. Why don't you lie on the mat and just drop your left ear onto the mat here. Hopefully you won't be licked by any funny creature who's trying to attack you. And then from here, I want you to switch that. So just dropping your right ear onto the mat. Just bringing your hands on either side of you, palms face down. Just another nice neck stretch here. We're going to hold this for about 2 more breaths. I might just be moving to get away from this guy who's trying to attack. Okay. On your next breath out, I want you to just bring your head back to level. And let's do another one of those baby cobras from earlier. So peel your chest off the mat and just look forward. You can bring your hands to hover here for a second. And drop them back down. Planting your palms. And from here, I want you to shift those knees forward and coming to a seated position. And then why don't you roll back and go for a nice wind relieving pose. So just bring your knees into your chest, like so. You can grab your shins or the back of your legs here and just rock from side to side. Just relaxing here. And from here, I want you to bring your left knee onto the ground, bringing your right knee into your chest. Just imagine you're standing on your left leg here. So really active left feet, your left toes pointing towards the sky. Even tuck your chin a little bit. So, tuck your chin a little bit. So, have a bit of a double chin. That's okay, it just straightens out the neck. And then with the breath out, why don't you open up that right side a little bit. You can even drop your right elbow and kind of hold your right knee here. And from here, I want you to extend the left hand out to the side, make like a half T, and then roll over to the side, doing a nice seated or lying twist. And drop your left hand out to the other side. You can even drop your gaze if it feels good for you over towards the right side. These twists are really good here. Just some of my favorite poses. Still breathing here, seeing if you can collapse a little bit deeper. These are really good to do a toe check of what is what's a little is tight or needs a little bit more energy. Feel free to send any breath where it might need to go, or just feel free to let any muscle that might be a bit tight get a bit looser. From here, I want you to bring the gaze back to center, knee back to center. And from here, I want you to plant that right knee and bring your left ankle onto the onto the right knee. We're just going to reach on through for thread the needle. So we can reach through and grab for the shin or the back of the hamstring. Or if that's not cool, just have that foot on the ground. And just make sure you point those left toes towards the left knee. You can even kind of open that left hip out like a hand. As you're here, if you reached on through for shin or hamstring, see if you can drop the head onto the mat if it's up, and see if you can root the shoulders back onto the mat. Might be a bit troubling. And as you're rooting those shoulders on the mat, see if you can reach the kind of your seat just onto the mat. Bottom of your spine. From here, why don't we let that go? Let the feet go. Maybe do a big stretch overhead, pointing the toes, pointing the hands, and then breathing into center, grabbing the knees for another wind relieving pose. From here, let's bring the grip to the left shin or hamstring and extend that right foot onto the ground, pointing the right toes high up into the air. Each breath in, I want you to imagine you're getting a little bit taller. With each breath out, bring that left knee a little bit closer towards your chest. Breath in, a little bit taller. Breath out, a bit of a deeper stretch here. Still breathing. Just trying to get deeper into this mat. And in your next breath, you can release the hold with your right hand and just drop the left. Just drop over to the left side here. Hinging with that left elbow, holding that left knee up. Just opening up the hips a little bit more. So relaxing a bit deeper into this mat here. 2 more breaths in this pose. The next breath out, I want you to bring that knee back to center, transfer it over to the right hand, and extend on over to the opposite side. Extend your left hand towards the left side, and look towards the left hand. You can extend the right hand out too if you like. So see if you can I'm just looking over to the right side, so you can hear my voice, but see if you can, like the other side, get a bit deeper into this pose. If you find your left knee might be hinging up a bit, taking you out of it, you can even use your right hand to kind of root your right leg a bit more in this posture. You'll feel a bit more of a stretch along the lower and upper back, maybe even into the IT band if you're pushing this down a bit more. If you're doing that, just make sure both shoulders are still firmly rooted into the mat. Sinking a bit deeper every breath out. Just letting a bit more go into the mat here. A little bit more stress from the day. Cool out. Sinking into the mat. And on your next breath out, turn that knee back to center. Dropping that left foot onto the mat. Bringing the right foot on top of the left paw, reaching on through for thread the needle on this side. Like before, tuck that chin. See if you can lower your shoulders back onto the earth. Lower your seat onto the earth. And just relaxing, pointing those right toes towards the right knee. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Breath in, breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And this next breath, let's extend our legs all the way out. Extend our hands up. And then breathe those knees into the chest. One last well-deserved wind-relieving pose. And then grab the bottoms of your feet for a funky happy baby here. Rocking from right to left. Even bending the right knee, extending the left leg. And the opposite on the other side. Dropping the feet. Just ready for a bridge pose. So planting your palms on either side of your hips. Your feet firmly planted. Kind of as close to your fingers as you can tickle the back of your ankles. Imagine you're squeezing an invisible brick between your legs and slowly peel your hips off the earth. One vertebrae at a time, pushing up with the belly. And slowly come back down. Your windshield wiper those knees from right to left. And coming back to center. Try this one more time. Hold this for 2 more breaths here. A deep breath in and breath out. Slowly lower back down. Extend the feet out. Extend the palms towards the sky, the ceiling. Let go any last wiggles. Resist the urge to fidget. Feel free to close your eyes. Just let yourself sink deeper into the mat. Each breath in, just pull a bit of energy from the air. Each breath out, just let any tension that you might be holding on to go. Just sink deeper and deeper into the mat. I'm just going to let you stay as long as you'd like to in this final Savasana pose. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. Namaste.